You were basically taking everyone down in the player room. Tell me who you took down.
I mean, I 5-0'd Marius, 5-0'd Rax. Literally just every EU fighter you could think of, Chino, Shark, all. Of them I beat them.
How did it go against Pete?
We played 3-1 and then the servers got a little laggy here, so we stopped.
Do you think Pete had a word with someone?
Probably.
Didn't want to get shown up by the newcomer, except you're not a newcomer, because Virgo, you did play with your teammate Shadow back in 2024 at GC, and now you're back together. What does it uncontested at going off and third part?
For the lower bracket, I just want to play one game and finish, you know, keep it nice and simple. So I'm just going to do whatever my IGL tells me.
So basically, you're going to follow Shadow's lead, and you are going for that end game, no holds barred.
Nope, just play my game, whether it's low ground, high. I mean, we're good at everything, so.
Well, you know what? No matter what happens today, we've seen you become a star this weekend, Virgo. So good luck to you and Shadow. Let's head back to the desk.
Viv, that's the confidence I like to hear. One game, right? One game, but listen, if this was back home, if this was just NAC, maybe, but contextually slightly different.
Nah, 11 EU messed up by letting this guy even jump into the creative server rhythm. You heard him. His confidence went way up. His nerves went way down after how well he did. You guys are done for.
Yeah, we might have messed up. I mean, because the reality is, a lot of players come to these events and you are feeling nervous. Maybe you haven't had that much time on the stage. And just that opportunity to actually loosen up and go, if those are the people everyone's saying are the best, and I'm beating them 5-0, maybe I ain't too bad myself, and that translates through. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do on the stage today.
You know, I think there's maybe a duo that the fans are probably really excited about seeing here today. It's Mr. Savage, it's Velo. You know, we had a chance to catch up with Savage, and we're like, hey man, so what do you think? You're gonna look to play some games, you're gonna maybe play for that VR, and he's like, I might just go ahead and get a little W, farm some aura, I don't know.
Yeah, Mr. Savage has definitely got his eyes focused in on the win. I personally have my eyes focused in on Velo, and the reason why I want to go ahead and point out Velo in this specific scenario is because the summit is very unique
Mr. Savage,
in the sense that we did have that second chance qualifier,
you know, we had
but
a chance
actually
to
allowed
catch up with
3
Savage,
total players that are going to be playing today actually never play in an FNCS Grand Finals, and Velo is going to be one of those players. So we just had the opportunity to go ahead and talk with Virgo, and he's talking like, yeah, you know what I mean, not a lot of experience on LAN, and he feels a little bit more comfortable. But what about somebody like Velo, who hasn't been kind of jumping in the creative and showing off and beating everybody, and has never even had the opportunity to play a Grand Finals, let alone on LAN? How is all this going to impact him?
It is going to be a big test of his character, right? Everybody's been hyping him up as a talent. We know what Mr. Savage is going to do. Martin, he's good. He's good. We know he's all right. Velo, though, this is the best lobby he's ever played in, the biggest stage he's ever played on, the only stage he's ever played on, right? So, again, we've seen some players crumble at that opportunity. We've seen some players use it as a step up. I think when you look at his personality, he's a very big personality, and I want to predict that he will step up to the occasion.
Okay. I love that. Well, we can actually hear from him right now because Frankie is standing by with Mr. Savage.
I just spoke to Mr. Savage, and I was like, oh, you guys, you're uncontested at East Squibbly, and you said, I've got bad news. Can you give it to me?
Yeah, you know, we heard some rumors in the prac room. Yeah, it's not looking good. We'll see how it turns out, though.
Have you got some names?
I'm looking at some Asian players, maybe some other people. We'll have to wait and see.
Have you been practicing your off spawns with Velo?
Yeah, obviously. I think you can tell as well. Velo's been primed off spawn. You saw the last NA Div Cup, what happened. And, you know, that was against Peterbot, so.
So you've only been playing with Velo for a couple of months. Why the pickup?
Well, I think Velo is, maybe not now, but he used to be one of the most underrated players. You know, he's qualified for every single Div Cup in this chapter. So, yeah, I think he's kind of flown under the radar for other players that were looking for a duo, but I'm happy that happened because now I got to play with him.
And how do you feel about being in the lower bracket today? Because you've got form of getting through these last chance qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, last time I was in the lower brackets with Vidil back in, I think it was 2023. We ended up winning, so hopefully we can repeat that today.
And who's more likely to go through today between you and Vidil?
I'm going to hype my boy Vidil up, you know. I hope he qualifies.
We hope you qualify too, Mr. Savage. Let's head back to the desk.
I'm not worried. This is Mr. Savage we're talking about. I'm sure we'll see that VR. I mean, and again, top 19 still going to be difficult to make it through, but this is Savage. Come on.
I mean, listen, I'm a little bit worried now, Red. I don't think he 100% knows what's going to be happening off spawn either, but it sounds like he's going to be prepared for it.
Yeah, but we've seen how quickly these games run out. We've seen people who were way more prepared have their own struggles. And so, again, I hope the experience of Mr. Savage can allow him to guide himself through. And hopefully Velo, again, just has the performance of his life. And, you know, they get it done quickly. One and done, out of the lobby.
Then big focus on tomorrow, right? But another big player in the lobby yesterday was Vico, and we're going to stand by right now to get his thoughts on what led him to be successful.
That's right, I'm here with the big Vico, the #1 eliminator from yesterday, the best fragger from yesterday. Vico, you tweeted yesterday that you were nervous going into the day. Are you sure?
Well, I mean, I was kind of nervous going into the games, right? I was kind of nervous I will underperform and stuff like that, right? But like going into game 1, you know, everything calmed down. You know, my teammate was giving me some nice ASMR in my ear. And yeah, I was just ready to dominate, you know, I was feeling it, you know?
Yeah, I want to show a clip as well from yesterday. You were singing. You were singing to go into game 5.
Yeah.
What were you singing?
Well, it's a song called My Chest Is Hurting. It's like I love. It's like a song I have in my Spotify playlist, you know? It's a fire song, you know, I enjoy it.
Was Malibuka not singing? Is this not your
No,
man?
he was hating on me.
Oh,
he was
why?
hating on my song.
What's going on?
Weird.
So let's have a look at your best game from yesterday. This is your 2nd place. Now I want to talk about this sort of 7th zone you had right here. You guys were down at the bottom of the map in this absolute mess. You get a max pull 7th zone. What's going through your mind at this point as a fragger in this team?
Well, as from my POV, right, I was just thinking like, okay, what's Mali gonna think here? What we can do, you know? Because like if you look at it like up here, right, it's like this is pretty much a dead site right now, right? And then like there's a dead site right here, right?
Yeah.
But like we can't go through this, right? Because this is all congested. Like the middle area is like all congested. Everyone's gonna go through there. So I had like a Medmis in my inventory, and I was like talking to Mali like, what do you think we can do, you know? And like I just realized I had a Medmis, so I comped that Medmis, and we had chugs, you know?
Yeah.
So we built out one floor, we popped the Medmis, popped some chugs, and then, you know, we hit the little dead side rotation, you know? I went all the way around, you know, got a nice little position. Boom.
Well, let's see what you did, because of course it was a really difficult rotate. There's this massive hill in the way.
Yeah, it's annoying.
How do you sort of navigate that now? Of course, I suppose you're looking for an elimination, you're looking for a refresh, which you get here as well.
Yeah, we got to kill a nice little one pump on Pixie right there from me. You know, sadly we didn't get Swizzy spotted though. Would have been nice because, you know, you see after the kill, I don't get any of the loot, you know. Mali got everything. But yeah, I mean, we got the nice little Medmis there, you know, played some nice chugs here. And now you can see, you know, I do the dead side rotate that I just said, you know, go through all the way right. You know, get a nice little bunny hop here as well, a little 50 tag here for the kin stats. Shout out for that as well, you know.
That's important, right?
Yeah,
Now, you get to a point here, end games are about problem solving. At this situation, you've got 16 builds. If we take a look at Malibuka's POV, he's got 27. You're not hard 0, but you still need to find something. You look down here. What are you actually looking at this point as a sort of fragger here?
Well, I mean, I was looking at like 2 POVs, right? I had like Cooper right here that I saw was like a solo or a duo, you know. I was thinking like, okay, maybe we can shoot those kids. But then we also had like these guys all over here, right? We had like Reason, Maris, iDrop, King Cringe, all those guys over there, right? So we had like a choice. So either we like focus on the middle more, and then we can like shoot Minori, Darkos, Janice, Cooper, and all of them, right? Maybe get an elimination there, right? Or like we focus on the right side, but you know, as a fragger, I always go with the easiest picks. I decided to focus on Cooper and didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out in the end, but you still managed to make the rotate work. And again, you guys are really, really good in these end games. You're always trying to stick together as much as possible, right? This situation, though, you kind of were a little bit split. You're a little bit solo. You had to make a solo play. Is that important in this meta in these end games, right?
100%, especially with the meta how it is right now, right? With the impulses, like pizza boxes, chug splash, all that, you know. You gotta be able to solo cut, you know, trusting your teammates sometimes. And I mean, yeah, I mean, we got a lot of practice for that in, you know?
Yeah, you had 0 builds at this point, right? So, like, how do you manage this? Are you just trying to go in old build?
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to, like, you know, figure out where I am. You know, I saw the zone pull back as well, so I was like, wait, we got old builds, you know? Much everything, you know? Like, you can see folks have pizzas, chug, everything. Mally just plays solo here as well because we had like no mats, right? So we were just doing anything to stay alive at that point. And yeah, I mean, now, you know, it's up to my soul clutching abilities. Damage tries to kill me as well. You know, boom, little 110 tag, get the elimination right there, get everything, you know. Now I'm in a top 3 situation, you know, kill Madden there. And now it's just like, yeah, I mean, rough, you know, it's rough out there. I used all my mats, they're just high ground. I could have won that maybe if that's a 200 on bolts, but it just wasn't. Well,
it worked out for you overall. 3rd place, of course, qualifying through now to tomorrow's grand finals. What does today look like for you? You're here, of course, watching the game. What are you actually going to be doing today?
Well, I mean, we're going to be voting a lot. You know, we're going to be looking at all the teams in lower bracket, especially the good teams like Flixie, Clicks, all them that didn't qualify from uppers yesterday. You know, we're going to be taking a close look at them. But also some other teams like Mr. Savage and Velo, you know, we just talked about them, you know. I'm going to be taking a look at all those teams, you know, see what they're doing, what I can steal from them on strats for end games especially, you know. I'm going to be voting uppers with Mally. And yeah, otherwise, you know, I'm going to keep a lookout for my teams that I'm coaching. I'm coaching Liam and Jace, you know. They're conning Alex and Reckless at the gas station right south of Sandy Strip. So yeah.
Yeah, well, best of luck with those guys. Of course, enjoy watching the games today.
I will.
Can't wait to see you play tomorrow in the grand final.
Can't wait as well. Can't as well.
Thank you so much, Vico. But for now, we'll go back to the desk.
Hi, guys.
50 tag for the Kinshasa. It's a crazy line. Shout out to the big Vico. Thank you so much. Again, we kind of got to do this yesterday with Venom, right? Always love hearing from the players, kind of seeing and understanding what they are seeing helps us and kind of get in the mindset, right? So cool. He did kind of call out, though, there, Clicks and Higgs, right? A team we saw drop into the lower bracket. I think it maybe a little unexpectedly, right? We had these practice games. We see Clicks is like, I'm going to go check out Wonky. Starts kind of beating Shartini off spawn. Game 1, Viv, you know, it's this super long, drawn-out fight. We're thinking, like, how is it going to go? Then it just very quickly went downhill.
Yeah, now it's time to start having some rough conversations about some of our teams that we're going to be re-seeing here today, right? Those that did not successfully get top 25, Clicks and Higgs, of course, being one of them. I won't lie, though. I felt kind of good. Maybe it's a little bit of hopium from myself here, but in game number 1, yeah, we saw that they did pick up that 15th place. When they were going for 15th, they stuck to their strategy that we saw in Major 1, right? Where they liked going for high ground. So they still kind of feel confident in an environment like this to go for high ground. But I also think that they showed their ability to go ahead and switch it up over at Wonky. They started to leave in the later half of the day, try to look for new strategies out of the POI.
You NA guys know how to talk good, you know, because
what do you mean?
You're saying it like, yeah, they figured out a new strategy, you know, they got bossed off sport. That's what happened, and hopefully it doesn't happen again here against King and Phaser.
Oh yeah, that's a tough duo for sure to go up against, but we'll have to see. I know right now we're preparing an interview with Higgs, so we'll have to see if maybe his mentals are all ready to go. Frankie, why don't we find out?
Yeah, I'll ask him straight away for you, Zeke. How are your mentals, Higgs?
Great. They're absolutely great. You know, yesterday does not matter at all.
It shouldn't matter. Have you recovered from being pickaxed by Shark?
Are you really doing this? Are we serious? Okay, that didn't even happen. That was a nightmare last night, all right? This is day 1. You know, there was never even 2 days. This is the first day.
This is the first day. This is the day that counts, because if you don't get through today, you do go home. Have you had a word with Clicks about maybe getting too focused on rivalries instead of the trophy?
You know, a little bit, but, you know, the rivalries, they don't matter. You know, the only thing that matters is winning.
How are you going to win that Osborne, though, against King and Phaser today?
Eliminate them both instantly.
Every time you're going to fight?
Yes.
Okay, I am slightly concerned for you. Come on, 2023, we saw Clicks go out of the lower bracket. Hopefully it doesn't happen to you today. Let's head back to the desk. Will not!
Guys, I can't lie, I'm a little nervous. That's not the Higgs I'm used to seeing. I feel like the mentals may be a little in shambles, but look, this is Clicks and Higgs, okay? It's fine. We just need to have one really good game and everything will be okay.
Sounds like they still feel good about fighting, right? So they're going to be fighting every single game.
Yeah, I mean, these stats on our screen right now are not encouraging for me. Chino and Pablo didn't have the best day. The second place team in the EU finals. Just want to point out that also, you know, Ages and Ritual, the second place team on NA, also had a rough day. Maybe there's a second place curse going on here. I don't know what's going on in EU and NA. But for these two, what I was hoping, Vivid, was that even if things did go bad off spawn with, you know, Kanada and Victor V there, Mini Pollo and Fruk on there, I thought maybe if these guys drop into lowers, at least the off-spawn situation will be better for them, and so they can just go right back up into the final. They are contested again by two teams again at Sandy Strip, and another NA West team has snuck their way on into the POI in Salco and Minute, and so I'm at the point where I love those guys. That's one of my favorite duos in the world, but I just don't know what to expect going into today.
Well, Lev, we got to move because we got Frankie standing by with Pablo Chino right now. Let's hear from him.
Thank you very much, Zeke. Okay, obvious question is first. What happened yesterday, Pablo?
Just a lot of small mistakes, and the all-spawn situation was like very complicated, so.
Well, it's going to be complicated again today because you're expecting to be triple contested once more. What have you been working on to get past this?
I mean, we just took a decision last night that we're just going to run everybody down who's cutting us, and that's just what we're going to do today.
Is this impacted by the fact that if you win a victory royale today, you go straight through to Sunday?
Not really. We're just going to run them down because that's what we didn't do yesterday and it didn't work.
You did struggle in terms of eliminations. You only had an average of 1 elimination yesterday. When you were able to slightly make it off spawn, what do you think was the problem there?
I mean, we were just scuffed from the spawn, and then we did like some mistakes that we worked on yesterday, and it'll be changed up for today.
Have you been studying the lobby at all and just looking at the other duos and ranking yourself against them?
I haven't been ranking myself against them, but I've just been looking on like what's going on around us.
So, failure is not an option for you guys today. You're going to be running it down. What is the one thing you learned from yesterday?
That we should just play like for our strengths and just fight everyone we see like in a POI.
Amazing. Well, guys, I hope you're able to find those strengths today. We know that you can do it. Let's head back to the desk.
I don't know if you saw in the background there to the right. Pixie was there chilling, you know, a duo I would not have expected to be in the situation they're in. Obviously, some external factors playing into it possibly, but Swizzy and Pixie is the next duo we wanted to highlight.
Yeah, I have two big bits of information here that I want to throw your way, Levin.
Yeah.
One is good news, one is bad news. Which one do you want first?
I like good news.
All right, let's start with the good news. Swizzy should be on a 4 nights of rest. We know yesterday, unfortunately, had to fly in early, so he should have gotten a little bit more sleep. Maybe going to be playing a little bit better today. Ready for the bad news?
No, but hit me.
They're contested.
No.
Why?
Not again. Not again. I mean, look, if you've been paying attention to this duo this year, the overarching narrative has been, it's not been as impressive as what you'd expect when you look at the two names. Generally speaking, they seem to just start really bad in tournaments and sometimes end really well. If you look at the major finals, day one, they were contested, didn't know how to handle it at all. They got absolutely wiped. I think they were 47th after day one. Day two, they have a generational performance and they're able to make the comeback happen and qualify to be on the stage today. Contested again, you'd like to think that they had that experience in the major finals, having a really bad off-spawn time. You've got to think they'd be prepared for today, right? You know, Aviv and Cam are two really good players, but I think Swizzy and Pixie should get the job done.
Okay, I like this sentiment, right? Let's see if Frankie and Swizzy and Pixie agree.
All right, then. Swizzy, how was it when you found out you were finally going to make it to LAN?
I was happy. It was like last second. We can call it last second because if I didn't get a visa this day, it would be over for me. So I'm happy that I'm here. Thank you to Blast Epic Games that they allow me to come that late to play. Yeah.
We're really happy to have you here. Pixie, what was your reaction when you saw the tweet from Swizzy revealing he was making it? Because you didn't know during the rehearsal day, and I showed you my phone and you went, what?
Yeah, I mean, I was very happy. Can call on.
But this has kind of set you back a bit, guys, because you have missed out on practice time. Do you feel like day one was a practice day for you?
No, it just didn't go as we wanted to. Had some mistakes, some problems. Also had no sleep.
You had no sleep. Now you've had some sleep, right? So you are contested at Dark Dominion today. What's the plan?
We don't know actually if we contest or no. Even though if we contest, we're just gonna beat them as always. Used to it. If not, we're just gonna play as always.
Well, here's the thing. You won the last LAN. You came second. This is a duo that can eliminate and make their way to tomorrow. So everyone better watch out, Zeke.
I couldn't agree more, Frankie, right? That resume looks really good. And again, based on the format, we either need a victory royale or end in the top 19 through consistency. I think that's doable.
They just need a couple of spawn wins, and you know, Swizzy sort of talked about it. They're used to it. They know what to do when contested. They know to take the fights to the opponents. I think they got a good shot today.
We need Swizzy in the finals, a finals at Summit without the reigning global champions from trios. It just wouldn't feel right.
Well, we'll have to see, man. It's going to definitely be an uphill battle, not only for them, but for so many other duos. It's going to be close. Now, we are going to do something a little fun here. We got a bingo card lined up. I know.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this bingo card. We'll see how this all kind of plays out. 10 plus Elim, over 1,500 damage in a game, 40 points solo clutch. Interesting stuff.
All right. I can see some people doing that. A non-EU NAC team wins a game.
Okay.
You think you got a team in mind for that one, maybe?
I know you're a big King and Phaser guy. I think I'm going to go with Yuma and Coyote. We were watching some of those practice games. They won game number 1 of those, so I feel like they got to be feeling pretty good in that regard.
I'm sticking with my boy, man. Vamos, King Olita. I'm sticking with my boy. Hilofia. Yeah, these are the standards. I mean, the one I'm excited about the most from that list is seeing the M8 fans do the Poznan. That's coming today at some point.
Oh, shoot. M8 fans, I don't know if you guys want to give us a freebie right now.
Yeah, no, maybe. I think they need to see the teams on the stage.
Okay, all right. That's fair. That's fair. We'll let that happen. We'll let that happen. Guys, you know, we're getting closer. We're getting closer even to bringing the players in and starting to have them board that battle bus. How do you think they got to be feeling? You know, like, I'm sure for some of them, they're thinking, it's fine, not worried. Others are thinking, dude, what do I have left in the tank?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it's all about for 25 of these duos that are going to be coming from the upper bracket. What do they have left in the tank? Are they going to be feeling a little bit disgruntled, a little bit down mentally? But I feel like the lower bracket players who are already kind of expecting to play today for sure, I feel like they're just coming into this. They have a game plan that's going to be set. They got to be well rested. I feel like they're going to be the favorites here.
Yeah, I think a lot of them, you look at the situations they're in, it looks similar to similar situations where they've been successful in the past. I think the big difference maker, which is even an unknown for me, is just how much changes with the teams being taken out of the game, right? Will people be more willing to just, out of desperation, really switch things up drastically? I'd like to think so.
Yeah, you got to think, right? Tomorrow we're playing for $250,000 for the duo that walks away in the first place. A beautiful trophy. Dude, I'm going to take every single advantage I have, right? Oh, shoot, this POI was on con, triple con, whatever. Someone made it through VR. Maybe that's my in, right? Especially for some of these teams that maybe don't have the points that they need to be in top 19.
It's super scary, though. We know Fortnite players, they love to feel comfortable, and landing at a different spot than you're used to, that's going to be feeling like a big risk. Even if it does feel like it's guaranteed to be uncontested, you don't really know the area. It's just going to be all that a little bit more uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of question marks. I think the big thing for me is making sure you are in a position to just compete regardless, right? Look, I'll make jokes about Clix and Higgs leaving Wonky. They made the right decision, right?
Yeah.
You know, the next game, it looked a lot better, right? And making decisions like that are going to be the key to being able to play tomorrow.
Woo! Stress levels going up again. It's fine. I'm trying to contain myself. But for now, it's time to bring on our player. So, Frankie, over to you.
Thank you very much, Zeke. Yes, 25 duos will be going home today. They're playing with a trophy in the center, a constant reminder of what is at stake. They've come from around the world to Düsseldorf to fight it out on this stage, some of them playing for the first time today after qualifying through the last chance qualifier.